Serving Anderson, Rowan, and Morgan counties, you're watching the Channel 12 Evening News on BBB Communications Cable Channel 12. And now, your Anderson County News.
It's 5 o'clock. Thanks for joining me. I'm Dudley Evans. Hope you had a wonderful day on this Tuesday, the 17th of July. Some storms still rolling through the area. Some may see rain, some may not. But again, when they do, it is raining pretty substantially out there. Let's take a look at the radar on this Tuesday edition before our news headlines today. And again, showing again all these storms and scattered storms coming out of Kentucky, basically at a south-southeasterly direction at about 20 to 25 miles per hour. Some embedded thunderstorms, some lightning as well in some of these cells that are coming through the area Much of it has, at least the intensity of it has came through as we just before news, and of course in the aftermath of this we'll start seeing a diminishing chance of those storms as we get near, say, 7 o'clock. So with that, outside again, some rain, some dry conditions, maybe where you're at, just depends. Overcast today, about 87. You know, it's real muggy out there. That's the reason these storms fire up. Humidity 67%, the winds out of the west 5 to 10. Barometric pressure is right now dropping at 29.98, dew point pretty high at 75. Does feel like 96 with the heat indice outside. That 30% chance of storms, showers coming in the area. Again, some of these are producing some pretty heavy rainfall when they do dump from the clouds. Near 69 overnight. Again, much of the evening will be dry. Sunshine on Wednesday. Doesn't look like we're seeing any rain tomorrow, thankfully. 88 degrees. We'll check your 5-day forecast for you in just a few minutes here on Channel 12. In our news today, we know Oak Ridge Today says a trial has been scheduled this month for an Oak Ridge woman charged with homicide after a fatal car-motorcycle crash, you may recall, on North Illinois Avenue at the Kroger entrance in January of 2016. Oak Ridge Today reports that the jury trial for 41-year-old Noelle Lee Petty, seen here, Noelle Lee Petty, has been scheduled for Tuesday, July 24th in Anderson County Criminal Court in Clinton. Patty was charged with homicide in the death of 44-year-old motorcyclist Rufus E. Shepard III of Oak Ridge back on January 31st of 2016. On Friday, Anderson County Criminal Court Judge Don Elledge rejected a motion to dismiss 2 of the 5 charges filed against Miss Patty: criminally negligent homicide and reckless endangerment when a deadly weapon is involved. Patty was indicted on the 5 charges by the Anderson County Grand Jury in August of 2017. In addition to homicide and reckless endangerment, the charges do include failure to yield the right-of-way, resulting in death, failure to obey a traffic control device, and failure to provide proof of insurance. The fatal crash occurred between a Cadillac STS car she was driving and a Kawasaki Ninja motorcycle at the western exit of the Westcott Center, now where Kroger's is here in Oak Ridge. Authorities said Patty, who was driving the Cadillac, made an improper left turn from a right turn-only lane at that exit, and she failed to yield to Shepard, who was riding the motorcycle north on North Illinois Avenue. He died as a result of his injuries. Information on this, visit Oak Ridge Today online news. Hey, early voting, man, they're turning out pretty good for the August 2nd Anderson County general election. Began last Friday, as you know, and will go through Saturday, the 28th of July. Cast ballots at the Clinton Community Center, the Midtown Community Center here in Oak Ridge, and the North Anderson Government Office in the Anderson Crossing Shopping Center. You can't miss them. All those signs are there in the tents. Early voting hours are from 10 till 6 weekdays, 9 to 12 Saturdays. On Monday, 511 people voted, bringing the 3-day total to 1,261. So far, the Oak Ridge early voting site has seen the most traffic, which about 519 people voting there, followed by Clinton with 421, Andersonville with 222 early voters. All 16 seats on the county commission, as we know, are up for grabs this year, and plus some key races as well. Get out and vote if you get a chance. For information, contact the election office there at 457-6238. Rocky Top's only grocery store will soon close its doors. The ShopRite in Rocky Top, seen here, will close as early as next week, costing about 18 employees their jobs and forcing customers to have to drive farther to purchase groceries. The store managers are in the process of trying to secure financing in order to purchase the store and reopen it under a new name, but those efforts are ongoing and will likely take a few months to come to fruition. The closest grocery store for shoppers in Rocky Top, once the ShopRite shuts down, will be the Clinton Walmart, about 8 miles away. We hope to get that ready. Hey, tonight's the night number 2 of the Anderson County Fair at the fairgrounds in Clinton, so don't let the rain stop you. It shouldn't last very long. Gates open at 5 o'clock today as we speak, and tickets are $5 per person. Kids 6 and under, admitted free. A season pass that gets you in each night is only $20. Pay one price each night for unlimited rides on the James Gang Amusements Midway, which opens at 6. The nightly tractor parade of power begins at 7, and the Little Ponderosa Petting Zoo is there as well, sponsored by Regina Copeland for trustee. Also a nightly $100 cash giveaway sponsored by Rusty Wallace Chevy at 7 and 9. Now tonight's special events at People's Bank of the South night at the fair include the 4-H Showcase Talent Show and Fashion Review from 6 to 8. living heritage demonstrations of handmade greeting cards, as well as kids fun night sponsored by Holly Gamble Funeral Home, as well as Mobile Sounds DJ Entertainment, providing the soundtrack to a dance party at the fair. Now, Janelle Arthur, well-renowned singer-songwriter from Oliver Springs, is going to be there tomorrow night on Wednesday night on the big stage. We got a chance to speak with Janelle as Don Bell interviewed her here at Channel 12 studio a little bit earlier today. She says she's looking forward to seeing all her fans tomorrow night at the fair. Tomorrow night on the big stage at the Clinton Anderson County Fair. I know you're excited about that. Invite everyone to come out and see the new music that you've got coming out.
Yeah, so y'all be sure to come on out to the Anderson County Fair. Tomorrow I'll be performing at 8 o'clock and 9:15, doing a cool acoustic set for y'all. Going to hopefully play a lot of songs you'll know, and then some original songs I've written as well. So I hope to see you there. I'll have CDs and pictures. Would love to give you a hug and talk to you afterwards, and I hope to see you there.
Career going well, I'm sure, with your new agent and all in Nashville. Things are going well.
Yes, things are. I can't complain. I've been able to do 3 shows here locally recently, and I rarely ever get to come home and do shows here. So I'm thankful, always thankful for that, because I get to see my family and my friends, and then get to meet new people too. That's right. The local support. I mean, there's nothing like it. Whenever I come home, it's just I love seeing everybody.
Tomorrow night, full band. Tomorrow night at the fair, Janelle Arthur, no doubt. And before our break, we'll tell you about the Fairest of the Fair pageant winners, as the Anderson County Fair began on Monday in Clinton, and night number 1 was highlighted by the always popular Tiny Miss and Fairest of the Fair pageants. Of course, run down the winners to each of the 6 pageants, starting with the youngest participants. Tiny Miss Fairest of the Fair for ages 4 and 5 was Raylan Hembry. Tiny Miss for ages 6 and 7, Eleanor Luthican. The winner of Tiny Miss for girls ages 8 and 9 was Brooke Halford. Now, the Princess Fairest of the Fair is Miss Bria Schanplater. Junior Fairest of the Fair honors went to Blair Thurston, and the 2018 Fairest of the Fair in the senior division is Jordan Bolin, as you see them right there. So, congratulations to the winners. I know all those ladies enjoyed that. Back in a moment with Stacy Pratt with ASAP, as we'll talk about their ability to be at the fair this coming week, as well as other things going on in their agency. Stay with us.
Drownings are a leading cause of death for young children. Make sure kids learn how to swim. Always watch them in and around water, and properly fence all pools. Simple steps save lives. To learn some new ones, visit poolsafely.gov.
With so many places available to shop for a new car, people are often left wondering how to choose. Why not come to the place that's been providing excellent customer satisfaction for over 45 years, Earl Duff Subaru in Harriman. We're the only dealership in Tennessee to have won the Subaru Love Promise Award for 7 years in a row. Read our online reviews and you'll see that Earl Duff Subaru is the right choice for all your automotive needs.
Take I-40 to exit 347 in Harriman, or check all our specials at duffsubaru.com.
I wish I would have been alerted about this rising water before now.
With HyperReach, this situation could have been avoided.
Did you know Rowan County is threatened by many different hazards, including flooding, tornadoes, straight-line winds, as well as chemical or radiological incidents? HyperReach will send out emergency notifications directly to you regarding the imminent threat of natural and man-made disasters, as well as other public safety hazards.
Sign up at rowancountytn.gov/OES or call 717-4116. Registration is quick, easy, and free. Take a few minutes of time now to avoid tragedy later.
The United States Air Force has a proud history of leading our nation in embracing diversity. We've been reaching new heights for years by understanding it's our individual experiences which make us strong. You can share in this success by seeking opportunities to learn and grow as a member of a diverse team. We are the world's greatest Air Force, not because of what we do, but who we are. This message is brought to you by the U.S. Air Force.
At Satterville Music, we have Martin guitars for everyone.
I love my Elvis Presley Martin guitar. Thank you very much.
I can ride my horse and play my Cowboy Martin.
Me play Big Chief Martin.
I confiscate Martins up to $50,000.
Shazam! I only gave $499 for my Martin.
That's Satterville Music, 2836 Clinton Highway. Call 865-945-3595.
Welcome back. Thanks for joining us. Stacy Pratt's with us today with ASAP of Anderson, and what a staff they have there. And matter of fact, some of their leaders are down in Florida and doing some series of trainings down in there and some other things. She'll talk about that in a moment. But Stacy, good to have you.
Yeah.
You guys are going to be at the fair this coming Saturday night. It's
We
going to be a
are.
good time to be there.
Yeah.
And with that, a chance as well to do safety goggles, I think, to try and see what it would be like to drive impaired. And that's what you guys are all about, is to help people stay off drugs, illegal drugs and alcohol and all these things. So thanks for joining us. Share what's going on.
Well, we're working with the Tennessee Highway Safety Office. So one of the things at the fair that we're doing is this demonstration of the fatal vision goggles. So it kind of gives you an idea of how difficult it would be to drive impaired. We're not driving at the fair, we're just walking lines. But that way, you can understand how that would work.
Right.
And we're going to have a coloring contest for the kids, and we're going to have the Chick-fil-A cow will be out there getting people, and then also we're selling raffle tickets to support our mission to prevent and reduce substance use in Anderson County. So we're excited to be there, and we're looking forward to everyone coming out to see us. So if you're going to be there,
I mean, where's your booth going to be set up? Have you got an idea?
The white booth in the middle of all the food.
Oh, really? The kind of food court area?
Yeah.
Okay, very good then. Yeah, I think that would be a good thing to do, is to go by and see ASAP, as we know that they've been very active in the community, doing a lot of things here, that we have them here so much because, again, they explain to us what is going on in the community as far as being able to share with you how that if you got a problem with someone who you know that maybe has an opioid addiction, some problems there, they're the people to contact to get you the information on that, and we'll share that with you in a moment. Now, a big thing that happened last week was also the new drug court that you're now starting up over there. So share with us about some of that.
Yeah, it's the Family Drug Treatment Court. We're actually calling it R2 for Recovery and Resilience. So this is for youth. We have the adult drug court, but this is for youth who may have be in the beginning stages of having a problem or have gotten
and we've seen some of that.
Something, yes.
Sure.
And we really need to support them and their whole family and their support system, to make sure that they can kind of get on the right path before they go too far down the wrong path. We're really excited to have it start.
I think we got some video because as Ms. Strutner mentioned there about how you guys camped out on the courthouse steps to raise money to get the funding, the matching funds that you have to get this established. And of course, at that point, I think it was 4 days, you just kind of slept there.
5 days, Monday through Friday. So 5 days, 4 nights we were out there.
And you come up with the idea, I think.
Yeah. Well, I had gone to training with Jack Ryan, and he had mentioned something, and it sparked the idea. And I said, we were going to have to get that grant funding back, and the court wasn't going to happen. And I thought, after all the work that everybody put into planning and making this such a great program for the people in our county, it would have been a shame for it not to have existed. So we filled that over $30,000 funding gap while we were out at the courthouse. And we actually now, not only do we have the money to do the pilot program for the first year, we have gotten a JAG grant that will sustain the program. So we are going to have it actually be sustained now. But all those community members who came out and supported us and donated money are to thank for that.
And we do know that they were giving credit there from Stephanie, who again thanked those who helped support them, and that's very important, as many of you may be out there as well who supported them with your dollars. That's what a lot of this goes to. Judge Brian Hunt was there, and he said a few words. Judges don't say a whole lot, of course, and but he was really, I think, excited to see this taking place in his courtroom.
I think so.
The juvenile court judge. So a lot of people showed up, so it was good.
Yeah, it was a great event, and like you said, the United Way, Oak Ridge Breakfast Rotary, and the City of Rocky Tops Police Department were our initial supporters, and so we thank them tremendously, plus all the community members.
Saturday night at the fair, they'll be looking to see you there. You going to be there?
I'll be there from 8 to 10. We'll have people there when they open, and then I'll be there a little bit later. But we're selling raffle tickets for $5 up to and including at the fair at asapofanderson.org as well.
Stacy's a troubadour because she's having a child in the next little while. So
13 days.
13 days. So she's still out there and about and doing well, and we're glad you are.
Yeah,
Thank you very much for coming by on our new set here, by the way.
Yeah, it's great.
All right. Thanks, Stacy. We'll be back one more in a moment. Stay with us.
Lazy bones, loping through the day.
A
All over America, we're no longer just sedentary, we're stationary. And that's bad news for your bones, because bones need weight-bearing activity to grow strong and stay strong. So get up, get out, get moving. A message from the American Academy of Orthopedic Surgeons.
Never heard a word I say.
Rowan Metals Group has been serving East Tennessee for decades. Locally owned and operated with convenient hours of operation. Rowan Metals buys all types of scrap metal. Nothing's too big or too small. Still have that clunker sitting around? We've been buying them for years. Rowan Metals Group are specialists in industrial scrap. We have what it takes to get any size job done. Rowan Metals urges you to recycle responsibly. Scrap with only licensed dealers. A member of the TSRA and the ISRI. Rowan Metals Group. Turn that scrap into cash.
At Satterville Music, we have Martin guitars for everyone.
I love my Elvis Presley Martin guitar. Thank you very much.
I can ride my horse and play my cowboy Martin.
Me play Big Chief Martin. I confiscate Martins up to $50,000.
Shazam! I only gave $499 for my Martin.
That's Satterville Music, 2836 Clinton Highway. Call 865-945-3595.
If you keep tanning, indoors or out, the effects of harmful rays will show up on your skin. Wrinkles, age spots, and an increased risk of melanoma, the second most common cancer in women 15 to 29. Stop tanning. Time may not be on your side. Learn how to protect your skin at spotskincancer.org. A message from the American Academy of Dermatology.
With so many places available to shop for a new car, people are often left wondering how to choose. Why not come to the place that's been providing excellent customer satisfaction for over 45 years, Earl Duff Subaru in Harriman. We're the only dealership in Tennessee to have won the Subaru Love Promise Award for 7 years in a row. Read our online reviews and you'll see that Earl Duff Subaru is the right choice for all your automotive needs.
Take I-40 to exit 347 in Harriman, or check all our specials at duffsubaru.com.
July 17th, 1996.
It was like a big white flash, and then all of a sudden it turned into this big orange fireball, broke off into two pieces.
TWA Flight 800 explodes and crashes off New York's Long Island minutes after taking off from John F. Kennedy International Airport. All 230 on board the Paris-bound flight are killed in the blast, blamed later on a fuel tank explosion, likely sparked by a short circuit in the plane's wiring. 1918. Russia's last Tsar, Nicholas II, and his family are executed by their Bolshevik captors. That happens the year after the Russian Revolution topples the monarchy from power. 1955.
To all who come to this happy place, welcome. Disneyland is your land.
Entertainment giant Walt Disney opens his latest creation, the Disneyland theme park in Anaheim, California. 1979. Nicaragua's dictator Anastasio Somoza resigns and flees into exile in Miami. That paves the way for the leftist Sandinistas to take power in that Central American country. 1975. The Cold War superpowers link up in space for the first time.
Apollo Houston, I got two messages for you. Moscow is go for docking. Houston is go for docking. It's up to you guys. Have fun.
As an American Apollo capsule docks with a Soviet Soyuz spacecraft. 1961. Baseball Hall of Famer Ty Cobb, considered one of the game's best all-round players, dies in Atlanta, Georgia. Cobb was 74. And 1967. John Coltrane, the jazz composer and musician, dies in Huntington, New York. He was 40. Today in history, July 17th, Ross Simpson, The Associated Press.
for joining us on this edition of News, July 17th, the Tuesday edition. Some showers out there. Let's get right to the radar. But first, a look outside the studios here at Channel 12. Over the ridge there, Highland Ridge, Highland View neighborhood. Some clouds are still with us out there, so chance of rain will be with us up to around 7:30, 8 o'clock tonight. So keep that in mind. Everyone won't see them, but again, as we've seen a main line go through earlier, things are starting to kind of die down a little bit now, and that'll be good news for the fairgoers tonight. Radar showing us again the storms that rolled through earlier, dumping quite a bit of rain in Rowan County, Anderson County as well in some areas. In Campbell County, Longello, Cold Mountain, not a good time to travel up there, of course, if you're heading on I-75. But things will be starting to die down, a little bit lesser chance of rain, but some fog expected tonight. With that, overcast, 87 degrees and some rain here and there. Humidity, 67%. The winds out of the west, 5 to 10. Barometric pressure is now steady at 29.98. Dew point at 75. Heat index, it does feel like about 96 outside. 30% chance of, again, those showers rolling through this evening, otherwise partly cloudy. And you're 68 degrees, sunshine on your Wednesday. So if you can't make the fair tonight, as mentioned, Janelle Arthur will be there tomorrow night in Clinton at the Anderson County Fair. That'll be a good evening for you to get out and about, so no rain expected for Wednesday. 88 degrees. Wednesday night, mostly clear, 66 degrees. Sunshine on Thursday as well, near 89. Slight chance of a shower Thursday night as we get into early Friday morning, as a 40% chance of rain on Friday, otherwise partly cloudy, and high near 89. Friday, 50% chance, Friday night rather. Up showers or storms, 71. Saturday, man, 60% chance of rain showers right now as it sees. As we see it, mostly cloudy, 84. 50% chance Saturday night as well. And even Sunday, 40% chance. So these are these daytime pop-up storm category. You won't see rain all day, and some people may not see any. That's our weather. Now time for sports. Artificial turf at Blankenship Field is 1 yard line closer to becoming a reality. At the most recent Oak Ridge City Council meeting, City Manager Mark Watson, as we mentioned, announced that the state of Tennessee has approved the City of Oak Ridge's contract for the purchase and installation of synthetic turf at Blankenship. The contract, previously approved by Oak Ridge City Council, is with Field Turf USA. The approval came from the Tennessee Department of Environment and Conservation. Of course, that agency has awarded the city $496,000 for the project, requiring an equal match. City Manager Watson stated in the memo that the synthetic turf field will allow the Oak Ridge High School Wildcats football team and the city's middle school teams using the field to play in inclement weather, reducing the likelihood of rain-delayed or canceled football games. The Tennessee Smokies lost 9-2 to the Birmingham Barons in the final game of the series at Smokies Stadium last night. Tennessee gave up 3 home runs to Birmingham in the loss. Now, Birmingham jumped in front on a solo home run in the top of the second, making it 1-0. Barons, of course, after getting a day off on Tuesday, the Smokies will travel to Biloxi, Mississippi to start a 5-game series with the Shuckers. And Tennessee will then go to Birmingham to another 5-game set there with the Barons. NFL news, the NFL has reinstated Dallas Cowboys defensive end Randy Gregory. ESPN reported Tuesday Gregory's lawyer, Daniel Moskowitz, also confirmed to NFL Network that Gregory's petition for reinstatement, quote, was not opposed. NFL Network reported in May that Gregory had formally filed his application for reinstatement, adding the 2015 second-round pick had returned from a 6-week program that included intensive drug and alcohol rehab in addition to counseling. Gregory hasn't played a snap since the final week of the 2016 regular season. He appeared in 2 games that year after serving a pair of suspensions totaling 14 games. The NFL suspended Gregory a 3rd time in January 2017, now this time for a minimum of 1 year. Cowboys owner Jerry Jones threw his support behind Gregory as he sought reinstatement. That's sports. Now time for field announcements. In our announcements, Jacob D. Arms, age 27, of Wartburg, passed away on Sunday, July 15th. The family will receive friends on Wednesday, July the 18th for until 8 at Davis Funeral Home in Wartburg. Funeral will be held at 6 o'clock. The Reverend Robert Lamantz officiating. The interment will follow in the Arms Family Cemetery. Hubert Fred Robbins, age 82, of Oliver Springs, passed away peacefully on Sunday, July the 15th at his home. He attended Mount Pisgah Baptist Church in Oliver Springs, and receiving of friends will be Wednesday, July the 18th at Sharps in Oliver Springs, 6 to 8. Funeral will follow. Graveside will then be Thursday, July the 19th at 11 o'clock at the Mount Pisgah Baptist Church Cemetery. Jack Riggs, age 81 of Andersonville, passed away on Sunday, July 15th at home. The family to receive friends this evening. It started at 5, goes till 7 tonight. Holly Gamble Funeral Home. The funeral will follow in the chapel tonight. Graveside will be at 2 o'clock tomorrow, New Loyston Memorial Garden. Ira Sliger of Clinton passed away Sunday, July 15th at home. Family to receive friends Thursday, July the 19th, 5 to 7 at Holly Gamble Funeral Home. Her funeral will then follow in the chapel, the Reverend Donnie Wallace officiating. Iris's graveside will be at 10 o'clock Friday morning, July 20th at Sunset Cemetery. Holly Gamble directing. Rhonda Bonnie Isbell, age 83 of Norris, passed away Friday, July 13th. The family will receive friends on Wednesday, July the 18th at 5 to 7 at Norris First Baptist Church with a celebration of live service to follow. Her graveside will be at 9 o'clock Thursday, July the 19th at Woodhaven Memorial Garden. Holly Gamble Funeral Home, Clinton, in charge of all arrangements. That's our newscast. As well brings to a conclusion, again, the funeral announcements as well as the newscast here on TV 12. Thanks for joining us. Hope you have a good evening. You deserve it. Back with more news on your TV 12 Wednesday edition tomorrow, Lord willing, for us here at TV 12. I'm Dudley Evans. For all those behind the scenes, we always bid you a good evening. And again, we hope to see you back here tomorrow on a Wednesday edition. So long.
I wish I would have been alerted about this rising water before now.
With HyperReach, this situation could have been avoided.
Did you know Rowan County is threatened by many different hazards, including flooding, tornadoes, straight-line winds, as well as chemical or radiological incidents? HyperReach will send out emergency notifications directly to you regarding the imminent threat of natural and man-made disasters, as well as other public safety hazards.
Sign up at roancountykn.gov/OES or call 717-4116. Registration is quick, easy, and free. Take a few minutes of time now to avoid tragedy later.
Really? Again? Hey, if I had automotive style suspension like the new Simplicity, plus a free floating mower deck for the best cut, I'd be all that too.
Well...
And if I had the expertise and advice of his Simplicity dealer, maybe he'd look forward to hanging out with me.
You don't have a Simplicity dealership.
Good point. Huh.
Yeah.
SL Bowman & Sons, 524 North Front Street in Rockwood.
We treat you like family at RMG. Bring your junk, cars, aluminum cans. We buy it on the spot and we pay you a lot. We treat you like family at RMG. Yeah, we treat you like family at RMG. Rowan Metals, we treat you like family.
Rowan Metals is located just off of Highway 27 between Harriman and Rockwood.
With so many places available to shop for a new car, people are often left wondering how to choose. Why not come to the place that's been providing excellent customer satisfaction for over 45 years, Earl Duff Subaru in Harriman? We're the only dealership in Tennessee to have won the Subaru Love Promise Award for 7 years in a row. Read our online reviews and you'll see that Earl Duff Subaru is the right choice for all your automotive needs.
Take I-40 to exit 347 in Harriman or check all our specials at duffsubaru.com.
For 30 years, Reno Sporting Goods has been a leader in supplying the highest quality equipment and apparel for sports teams throughout East Tennessee. Athletes, fans, and coaches alike rely on the knowledge and experience that only Reno's can provide. For the best in team sports, shop Reno Sporting Goods.
Serving Anderson, Roane, and Morgan counties, you're watching the Channel 12 Evening News on BBB Communications Cable Channel 12. And now your Roane County News.
And welcome to Channel 12's Local News on this Tuesday. I'm Dudley Evans. It is the 17th of July. This year's flying right on by. Of course, SEC Media Day is going on down in Atlanta this week. So football season, well, 30 days away from kickoff in high school. So it's right around the corner, no doubt about that. And the temperatures, well, still July and some rain out there, some storms. We get these as this daytime heating fires off those storms, kind of releasing that atmospheric energy. So that's what we're seeing right now. Let's take a look at the radar. Some heavy rain in Rowan County earlier, Rockwood especially, Kingston, and near Harriman. Now it's the rain just about everywhere the last hour or so, starting to make its way through the area again as we see it on radar. After that, hopefully about 7 o'clock, 7:30, things begin to start winding down a little bit, no doubt by nightfall tonight. So again, some lightning embedded in some of these storms as well. So be careful out there. Keep those weather radios handy. With that, some seeing rain, some may not, but Rowan County, again, our stats today shows us overcast 87 degrees as the clouds moved in the afternoon. We've seen limited sunshine this afternoon. 67% humidity, the winds west 5 to 10, barometric pressure starting to fall again at 29.98, dew point 75. Heat index, yeah, it felt like about 96 out there earlier. So with that, a 30% chance of showers up to about 11 tonight, near 68 degrees. Sunshine on your Wednesday, and Thursday looks pretty good as well. No rain expected, near 88 tomorrow. More on the 5-day forecast taking us through the weekend, which does call for these storms to kind of start making their way back in the area for the weekend as well. Introduced today first, our Rowan County Sheriff's Department reports. We'll give you those from Sunday, as we didn't get them all yesterday, but several things happening as 5 Rowan County deputies were noticed at a home Sunday afternoon. And here's why, as Deputy Richie Stooksbury and Deputy Todd Taylor responded to 115 Chestnut Ridge Road east of Kingston in reference to a possible domestic situation. Central advised that a neighbor called 911 and said that they could hear a male and a female screaming. They also advised Central they thought they could hear someone screaming for help, and there were known to be weapons in that residence. Upon arrival, officers found no one outside the residence, which was a single-wide trailer, and 2 vehicles in the driveway. The tag ran back to a Miss Mackenzie Ward and James Robinette. The deputy first attempted to make contact with someone by knocking on the end of the residence. After several failed attempts to get anyone to the door, officers then walked upon the front porch, noticed what appeared to be several marijuana plants in various pot and 5-gallon buckets sitting on the front porch. The plants varied from 6 inches to 4 feet tall. Now, 3 of the plants appeared to be 6 to 10 inches tall, and 8 of the plants appeared to be about 3 to 4 feet tall. At this time, the officer's report stated he moved to what would be the rear of the residence and again knocked several times with no response. Several minutes later, deputies Jared Whitson and Jessica West arrived to assist. At this time, their concern was the safety of anyone who may be inside the residence due to the call. At this time, officers attempted to use the loudspeaker in the car to get someone to respond. After several attempts, a James Byron Robinette, seen here, walked out the back door. James was checked for weapons and detained. James advised deputies there were 2 more subjects inside the house or the trailer. After a few more attempts, Mackenzie Ward, seen here, and a Mr. James Hudson walked out the back door. Both were detained as well. Now, during this conversation, Deputy Whitson asked Robinette if anyone else was inside and was there any weapons, which he stated a revolver was indeed inside the trailer. At this point, Taylor, West, and Whitson did clear the residence and located that weapon. After the residence was cleared, Central advised James Hudson had an active warrant for failure to appear out of Anderson County. Mr. Hudson was placed under arrest. James Robinette was placed under arrest and charged with manufacturing, sale, delivery, or possession of Scheduled 6 drugs. Mackenzie Ward was released from the scene and allowed to leave without charges. Just after midnight Sunday morning, Deputy Elsie responded to a possible overdose call at a residence of Harriman Highway, but soon found out someone was duct taped in that house. Upon arrival at the residence, he was met by the caller, a Shirley Bridges, on the front porch. Miss Bridges told the deputy she thought her daughter, Amy Russell, had taken some of her medication and was lying on the floor in the house, kind of overdosed. He asked Miss Bridges if she was conscious, to which she replied yes. The officer, according to his report, made entry into the residence, saw a female lying in the floor of the living room unconscious. He advised dispatch that the female was breathing but not responsive. Around 10 till 1 a.m., EMS arrived on the scene along with the Deputy Hammonds, and then Miss Russell regained consciousness at that time while EMS was checking her out. Miss Russell Miss Bridges, proceeded to tell Deputy Hammonds that her daughter had attempted to kill her husband, Marty Bridges, earlier in the night. He, at this point, took Mr. Bridges outside, or Mr. Bridges took him outside and asked him what had happened. Bridges stated that he was in bed sleeping and woke up to duct tape across his mouth and nose. He stated that he was unable to breathe and began fighting with Miss Russell, and that's when they found her in the floor. Apparently, she was conscious enough to be arrested, as after the investigation, they did determine that the deputy arrested Miss Amy Marie Russell, senior age 20, for aggravated assault and transported her to the Rowan County Detention Facility. Just after 5 o'clock on Sunday afternoon, you may have seen some action as Deputy Nathaniel Nelson was dispatched a couple of times to 630 Colonial Drive near Kingston on a possible domestic. Upon arrival, spoke with a female in the driveway of 630 Colonial Drive and identified her as this person, Erica Shirks. Miss Shirks, 20, stated that she lives at 630 Colonial Heights with several other people, and that the males at the residence, the men there, were acting weird and that she didn't feel safe at that place. Miss Shirks did have an odor commonly associated with an alcoholic beverage coming from her breath, according to the deputy. Miss Shirks was asked if she wanted to be transported to somewhere else she felt comfortable with, that's safe, and she stated no, that she would be fine at the house, but she just wanted them to find out why the guys were acting weird. Deputy Nelson then, according to his report, spoke with the family at the residence, and they stated that this happens frequently and that they would keep an eye on the woman for that evening. Nelson then spoke with Miss Shirks and explained to her that she needed to go inside and lay down until her appointment at the doctor's office was the next morning. He also asked Miss Shirks if she wanted to harm herself or anybody else there at the house. She stated no. Officer Nelson left. Just before 7, however, they did advise him, Central did, that Miss Shirks had been calling 911, telling them that the officers were there to hurt her, that she didn't feel comfortable with anybody that's at that residence. She called 911 again 4 more times, back to back, according to the report, with no emergency, and would disconnect every time, either saying she didn't want officers or she would say, "Excuse me," and disconnect those calls. They were documented by several times on the detailed call sheet at the Rowan County Dispatch Center. Deputy Nelson went back to the Colonial Drive area and did find the female on the front porch using the phone at the residence, calling 911, and there was no emergency. Due to Ms. Shirks having shown signs of impairment and the multiple calls to Rowan County 911, he placed her under arrest for public intoxication and abuse of the 911 system and transported her to the Rowan County Jail. More news in a moment. More to talk about on this Tuesday edition. Stay with us.
Smooth. Smooth cutting. And now even smoother riding. That's the Simplicity Lawn and Garden Tractors. Now with suspension. That's right. Simplicity is introducing suspension for residential lawn and garden tractors. The Suspension Comfort System.
S.L. Bowman & Sons, 524 North Front Street in Rockwood. Call 865-354-0600.
With so many places available to shop for a new car, people are often left wondering how to choose. Why not come to the place that's been providing excellent customer satisfaction for over 45 years, Earl Duff Subaru in Harriman? We're the only dealership in Tennessee to have won the Subaru Love Promise Award for 7 years in a row. Read our online reviews and you'll see that Earl Duff Subaru is the right choice for all your automotive needs.
Take I-40 to exit 347 in Harriman, or check all our specials at duffsubaru.com. The Harriman Utility Board provides electric, gas, water, and sewer services for the city of Harriman, as well as most of Rowan and Morgan counties. Recent major projects include an upgrade of our 161 kilovolt electric substation. Another ongoing project is the rehabilitation of an antiquated sewer system, including an upgrade of our wastewater treatment plant. These projects will improve the quality and reliability of these services and meet state and federal requirements. For more information, visit our website at hub-tn.com or call us at 865-882-3242.
Evans Mortuary has been serving the needs of families in and around Rowan County since 1976. As established members of our hometown community, we understand the security of dealing with people you know you can trust. We built our reputation on this trust. The Evans family appreciates the confidence the community has expressed in us over the years and will constantly strive to earn that favor. Evans Mortuary, 805 North Gateway.
Rowan
Rowan Metals Group has been serving East Tennessee for decades. Locally owned and operated with convenient hours of operation, Rowan Metals buys all types of scrap metal. Nothing's too big or too small. Still have that clunker sitting around? We've been buying them for years. Rowan Metals Group are specialists in industrial scrap. We have what it takes to get any size job done. Rowan Metals urges you to recycle responsibly. Scrap with only licensed dealers, a member of the TSRA and the ISRI. Rowan Metals Group. Turn that scrap into cash.
Welcome back. We're here at Channel 12. We want to let you know when meetings are going on. That's our job, to give you the local news. Tonight, the Harriman City Council members are set to meet in the Municipal Complex room for tonight at 6 o'clock in the City Hall building. Their second time they'll meet for the month. It's on North Rowan Street there. The agenda has only one item on it, and that is to adopt their continuing budget resolution until October, when their annual budget for the new fiscal year is ready. Also, the council will convene into their monthly work session following the regular meeting, which again starts at 6 p.m. this evening. Oliver Springs Town Council aldermen, as they're known, and the mayor will be meeting and scheduled to meet Thursday this week, July 19th at 6:30. The council did not meet for their first regularly scheduled meeting on July 5th due to the holiday being on Wednesday, thus some of the aldermen being out of town, so they decided to place their water board meeting the third Thursday, which is this Thursday, instead of the first Thursday. No items listed on the water board's agenda. However, updates from board members and concerns they may have will be noted for discussion. There is an increase expected in the water rates this year, so if the customers want to weigh in on this before their budget workshop or setting those rates, then this Thursday's meeting will be the time to do so, as the council will give you the chance to speak, who also are members of the water board. There's no mention of a tax increase this year for property owners in Oliver Springs in the town, as they get closer to passing the budget, already a bit behind. A few items on the City Council agenda starting at 7 following the Water Board meeting Thursday is to name or appoint a couple of persons to the City Cemetery Board, and also look at placing a four-way stop sign at the intersection of Pine Spring, Winters Gap, and Roan Street. Setting a time for the next budget work session to discuss water rates, and finally to discuss the upgrade cost to replace traffic signals on Highway 6162. Tonight there's going to be an 8:45 forum. If you missed coming to the Oak Ridge League of Women Voters Political Forum for Anderson, actually for Rowan County candidates, it will air here tonight on TV 12 at 8:45, 15 to 9 it will air, and that will run up to the news time. So again, the replay of the news at 10:30, but 8:45 tonight, replay or the playing of last week's Rowan County Forum held by the League of Women Voters here in Oak Ridge. Tennessee Highway Patrol says they are participating this week in a speed enforcement operation. It began yesterday and will last through Sunday. Now, Operation Southern Shield, as it's called, will run through Sunday. Law enforcement in Georgia, Alabama, Florida, South Carolina, and Tennessee will pull over drivers who are traveling above legal speed limits on interstates, major highways, and local roads. The main focus will be encouraging motorists just to slow down, reduce crashes, and provide a safer experience for motorists. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration says speeding killed more than 10,000 people in the United States in 2016 and was a factor in 27% of fatal crashes in the nation as well. Speaking of that, we do know one wreck occurred earlier today at Pansy Hill Road entrance there off Highway 29, Reartown Road area there in Harriman. And also a wreck on the interstate around the 343 westbound. These due to the wet conditions we had. And a tractor apparently turned over on the Swan Pond Circle area, just past the steam plant there earlier today as well. No injuries reported in that accident, thankfully, as Midtown Fire and EMA rushed to the scene there. An update from Stacy McElhaney, Rowan County's Animal Shelters Director, to the Commission in their monthly report stated that Rowan County Animal Shelter's next challenge, she says, is to build strong relationships with outside resources. This would, she says, greatly improve their ability to reduce the animal population, which they've been overcrowded for some time now in the county and their shelter. A recent memorandum of understanding, MOU as they're called, with the University of Tennessee College of Veterinary Medicine was being effectively utilized. However, it could not keep up with the vast number of animals needing to be spayed and neutered. Director McElhaney reached out to Planned Pethood, which allowed the shelter to vet out, vaccinate, spay, and neuter all adoptable animals. The shelter also partnered with Go North, which is an animal transport collaboration that finds homes for adoptable animals in states with higher demand for them, such as Michigan, Ohio, and Illinois. The staff underwent safer training, she says, which enables them to test the animals' temperament. A few of the other projects they have partnered with, she says, in that report are the Rowan County Paws, Cat Stray Connection, Loudoun County Friends of Animals, Tennessee Animal Guardian Society, Severe Humane Society, also the Halo Second Chance Puppy Rescue, and many other rescue groups. Now, if you would like to adopt an affordable, adorable animal, we should say not affordable, but adorable, such as you see there at the shelter, please contact the Rowan County Animal Shelter at the Rockwood office at 354-7387, or come by the office at 296 Manufacturers Road in Rockwood, right off of Highway 27. Hours are 10 till 4, Monday through Saturday, closed on Sunday. Animal Shelter at rowancountytn.gov. Get you the website. Rowan County Highway Department update as well will be coming up in that report for the County Executive's newsletter. That's the news we have this time on this Tuesday edition. Back with more in a moment. Stay with us.
Reno Sporting Goods, your first choice for sports equipment. On the court, on the field, or in the stands, Reno's has the brand names you want. All the latest from Adidas, Under Armour, and more. From custom embroidery to screen printing, it's all about the game. For over 30 years, Reno Sporting Goods.
I wish I would have been alerted about this rising water before now.
With HyperReach, this situation could have been avoided.
Did you know Rowan County is threatened by many different hazards, including flooding, tornadoes, straight-line winds, as well as chemical or radiological incidents? HyperReach will send out emergency notifications directly to you regarding the imminent threat of natural and man-made disasters, as well as other public safety hazards.
Sign up at rowancountytn.gov/OES or call 717-4116. Registration is quick, easy, and free. Take a few minutes of time now to avoid tragedy later.
Rowan Metals Group has been serving East Tennessee for decades. Locally owned and operated with convenient hours of operation. Rowan Metals buys all types of scrap metal. Nothing's too big or too small. Still have that clunker sitting around? We've been buying them for years. Rowan Metals Group are specialists in industrial scrap. We have what it takes to get any size job done. Rowan Metals urges you to recycle responsibly. Scrap with only licensed dealers. A member of the TSRA and the ISRI. Rowan Metals Group. Turn that scrap into cash.
The Harriman Utility Board provides electric, gas, water, and sewer services for the city of Harriman, as well as most of Rowan and Morgan counties. Recent major projects include an upgrade of our 161 kilovolt electric substation. Another ongoing project is the rehabilitation of an antiquated sewer system, including an upgrade of our wastewater treatment plant. These projects will improve the quality and reliability of these services and meet state and federal requirements. For more information, visit our website at hub-tn.com or call us at 865-882-3242.
With so many places available to shop for a new car, people are often left wondering how to choose. Why not come to the place that's been providing excellent customer satisfaction for over 45 years, Earl Duff Subaru in Harriman? We're the only dealership in Tennessee to have won the Subaru Love Promise Award for 7 years in a row. Read our online reviews and you'll see that Earl Duff Subaru is the right choice for all your automotive needs.
Take I-40 to exit 347 in Harriman, or check all our specials at duffsubaru.com.
July 17th, 1996.
It was like a big white flash, and then all of a sudden it turned into this big orange fireball, broke off into two pieces.
TWA Flight 800 explodes and crashes off New York's Long Island minutes after taking off from John F. Kennedy International Airport. All 230 on board the Paris-bound flight are killed in the blast, blamed later on a fuel tank explosion, likely sparked by a short circuit in the plane's wiring. 1918. Russia's last Tsar, Nicholas II, and his family are executed by their Bolshevik captors. That happens the year after the Russian Revolution topples the monarchy from power. 1955.
To all who come to this happy place, welcome. Disneyland is your land.
Entertainment giant Walt Disney opens his latest creation, the Disneyland theme park in Anaheim, California. 1979. Nicaragua's dictator Anastasio Somoza resigns and flees into exile in Miami. That paves the way for the leftist Sandinistas to take power in that Central American country. 1975. The Cold War superpowers link up in space for the first time.
Apollo Houston, I got 2 messages for you. Moscow is go for docking. Houston is go for docking. It's up to you guys. Have fun.
As an American Apollo capsule docks with a Soviet Soyuz spacecraft. 1961. Baseball Hall of Famer Ty Cobb considered